There's a shift happening in homes everywhere. The rules that raised us, they don't land the same way anymore. You try to stay calm, it doesn't work. You raise your voice and suddenly your child shuts down, explodes or withdraws completely. Hi, I'm Meek Shukla and you're watching Balmurthy Online, an initiative by the Unified Growth Foundation. Today's episode, Discipline Used to Work, Why Doesn't It Anymore? It explores why old school punishments backfire with this generation and why many kids react not with obedience but with anxiety, defiance, or complete silence. We'll dig into what's changed emotionally, what parents are getting right, and what we can do when nothing seems to work without losing our calm or connection. Now, before we begin, if you are only listening and not watching this podcast, make sure to check out our channel for the video version of this very same episode. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss parenting videos like this one. Let's have a look.
Namaste everyone. Welcome. I'm Prem and today we are talking about something that's keeping parents up at night.
I'm Neha and Prem, honestly, every parent I meet is struggling with this. Discipline just doesn't work the way it used to.
Exactly. My cousin called me last week, almost in tears. She said, Prem, I can't even correct my daughter anymore. She either shuts down completely or has a full meltdown. What am I supposed to do?
See, this is so real. Before we dive deep, let me tell our listeners, what we're discussing comes from extensive global research, insights from what we call the World Forum, meaning experts worldwide have been studying this. And today's content has been beautifully put together by the Balmurthy editorial team, part of the Balmurthy Online in English project by the Unified Growth Foundation.
And Neha, this is something today's parents and children will relate to because we're all living this reality, no?
Absolutely, but Prem, let me challenge you here. I hear parents saying, "Bacche sunte hi nahi hai." Kids don't listen, but are we asking why they are not listening?
Okay, but Neha, come on. Our parents gave us one look, and we straightened up. Why are today's kids so, fragile?
Fragile? Arey Prem, that's the exact mindset we need to question. Were we really fine growing up with fear-based discipline? Or did we just learn to hide our feelings?
You have a point. But genuinely asking, what's changed? Why does a simple scolding lead to such big reactions now?
Because, Prem, today's children are already carrying so much. Think about it. Instagram showing them everyone's perfect life, YouTube with constant comparison, academic pressure, peer pressure, body image issues.
I see that. My nephew's 12 and he's already worried about likes on his photos, comparing himself to kids on social media.
Exactly. So when you scold them, it's not hitting a blank slate. Their emotional cup is already overflowing. That small correction, it's the last drop that spills everything over.
Okay, I get that. But Neha, be honest with me. Aren't parents also too scared now? Like if I'm strict, will I damage my child? If I'm soft, will they become spoiled?
You're absolutely right, Prem. And here's the thing. Kids can sense that fear. When parents are uncertain, when they're walking on eggshells, children actually push boundaries more.
So for what's the solution? We are stuck, no? Can't be strict, can't be soft. Log kya kahenge bhi hai?
Arey, log kya kahenge? The eternal Indian curse. You're too harsh, you judge. Too lenient, you judge. Your kid throws a tantrum in public, everyone has an opinion.
Exactly. Let me tell you what happened with my friend Rajesh. Simple situation, he told his 14-year-old son, no video games until homework is done. Basic rule. Right, the boy completely lost it. Started crying, shaking, hyperventilating. Rajesh was shocked. He wasn't even that strict.
See, Prem, that's what I'm trying to explain. That reaction looks dramatic to us, but for that child, it's overflow. Maybe he's stressed about exams, maybe there's something happening at school, maybe he's dealing with friendship issues we don't even know about.
So then what should Rajesh have done? Just given in? Let him play games?
No, not giving in, but understanding there's a difference between punishment and discipline. Punishment is about control through pain or fear. Discipline is about teaching.
Okay, explain this with a real example. What should a parent actually say when a teenager is being disrespectful?
Alright, imagine your daughter rolls her eyes and says, "You don't understand anything." Old school response would be yelling or punishment, right? Instead, try, "I can see you're upset. But speaking to me like that isn't okay. When you're ready to talk respectfully, I'm here."
But Neha, doesn't that sound too soft? Won't she think, great, I can be rude and nothing happens?
No, you're still setting a boundary. You're saying the behavior is not acceptable. But you're not attacking her. You're addressing the behavior. And you're teaching her emotional regulation.
Okay, what about consequences though? Kids need to face consequences for their actions, no?
Of course, but natural consequences, not emotional ones. Instead of, you're grounded because you hurt my feelings, try, when you speak that way, it shows me you need time to cool down. We'll revisit this conversation later, and today's outing will be paused.
So you're showing them the mirror instead of punishing them.
Exactly, you're helping them see the natural result of their actions.
But yaar, sometimes I feel this whole give them time to calm down approach is too slow. Don't kids need immediate correction?
Prem, immediate reaction? Yes. Immediate punishment? No. See, emotional regulation is a skill. It takes practice. Sometimes your child doesn't need a lecture. They need what researchers call co-regulation, where you stay calm to help them calm down.
And co-regulation, okay, and how does that sound in real life?
I can see this is really hard for you right now. Do you need a few minutes to feel better? And then we can talk about what happened?
And what about that famous line every parent hears? You don't get it. You don't understand me. That one really gets under your skin.
Oh God, every parent's nightmare line, but here's a response that works beautifully. You're right. I may not understand everything you're going through, but I'm your parent, not your friend. My job is to show up for you even when you think I'm completely wrong.
Wow. Hold the boundary without becoming the enemy.
Exactly. And Prem, here's something crucial that global experts keep emphasizing. Sometimes misbehavior isn't about discipline at all.
What do you mean?
Sometimes it's a signal. The child is overwhelmed, exhausted, feeling disconnected from you, struggling with something at school, dealing with hormonal changes, or even facing mental health issues they can't articulate.
So fixing the behavior won't work if the root problem is something else.
Exactly. You have to rebuild the connection first. The behavior is just a symptom.
Neha, let me be vulnerable here. Last month, I completely lost it with my nephew. I yelled at him so badly, I felt horrible afterwards. What should I have done?
Prem, this is so important. You're human. You will mess up. The key is own it. Say to him, I lost my temper. That wasn't okay. I'm sorry. Let's try again. You're teaching him that adults make mistakes too, and accountability is strength, not weakness.
So we are allowed to be imperfect parents?
Not just allowed, we should be. Because perfect parents raise kids who think they have to be perfect. And that's a terrible burden.
So Neha, let me see if I'm understanding this correctly. Discipline today is harder not because kids are weak.
It's harder because they're emotionally exposed. They're dealing with pressures we never faced. And we're trying to parent with more awareness than our parents had.
And that doesn't mean we become pushovers.
It means we show up differently. We hold boundaries with compassion. We speak to the emotion under the behavior. We stay steady when they're spinning.
And for Indian parents especially, asking for help was always seen as shameful, no?
Exactly. But if things get really hard, talk to a counselor, join parent groups, reach out to your child's school. There's no shame in needing support.
Because this generation needs our strength.
But they also need our softness. They need to know they're safe with us, even when they mess up.
You know, Neha, I started this conversation thinking kids today just don't respond to discipline. But maybe we need to change what discipline means.
Exactly, Prem. It's not about controlling them with fear. It's about showing up with firmness, honesty, and love, even when it's really, really hard.
So to every parent listening, whether you're in Mumbai frustrated with your teen's phone addiction, in Bangalore dealing with exam stress, in Delhi managing peer pressure, or anywhere in India feeling like you're failing,
You're not alone. These struggles are real, and there are ways forward that don't require choosing between being too strict or too lenient.
find that middle path. Very Buddhist, very Indian.
The golden middle way. And speaking of wisdom, everything we discussed today, it's been beautifully curated by the Balmurthy editorial team, part of the Unified Growth Foundation's incredible work bringing these conversations to Indian families.
These are topics that today's parents and children desperately need to talk about.
Because we're all navigating this together.
So that's it for today.
Keep showing up with love, keep trying even when it's hard, and remember, you're doing better than you think you are.
Namaste everyone.
Namaste.
The tools we were raised with were built on fear. And maybe they worked, but at what cost, we didn't fully see. This generation is asking for something deeper: clarity with compassion, boundaries with safety, and correction without shame. So let's talk. What part of today's episode feel real to you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help another parent feel a little less stuck. And if this conversation made you reflect, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on our social media handles and visit our website for more grounded parenting content. Namaskar.